children, how are you? Are you feeling bored at home? What do you do when you feel bored at home? You will play. Now see this. Have a look on this picture. Can you identify what game it is? Yes, this is tug of war. Today I am going to teach you a lesson on tug of war. The lesson name is the tug of war. It is from 5th class, lesson number 3, the tug of war. This lesson is about animals. In this lesson you will find a hare, a rhino and a hippo. If you feel bored, what you will do? You will play games. As same way, now here in our lesson, the hare named Umunla. What is the hare's name? Umunla. Hare's name is Umunla. Isn't it different name? Umunla. Or whose name is Umunla? Hare's name is Umunla. This hare feels bored. When it feels bored, what it will do? Which games it will play? Let us find out from the lesson. Are you eager to learn what is in the lesson? Yes, I am also waiting for the lesson. Let us start the lesson. One peaceful morning, a hare called Umunla, who lived by the Zambezi river. So where did this hare used to live? It lived near Zambezi river. Which river? Zambezi river. And it was feeling bored. So this is the story about hare. What is the hare's name? Umunla. Hare's name is Umunla. Where this hare lives? Umunla lives near Zambezi river. What happened to it? It was feeling bored. It was feeling bored. So what did he do? He felt like creating a bit of fun for himself. So he looked around to see what he could do. It gave him great pleasure to trouble other animals. Suddenly he spotted two dignified old residents of the area, rhino and hippo. So what did he do? He felt bored. Umunla felt bored. So he thought what to do. I should do something which will give pleasure. So he thought like this and he decided to trouble somebody. If he feels pleasure, he feels very enjoyment when he sees somebody else in the trouble. So he was in search whom to catch. He caught two animals. What were the two animals? One was rhino and one was hippo. Rhino and hippo. Who were these two? These two were dignified and old residents. Residents means people who live in a particular place permanently. If people live permanently in a particular place, thus that place is called a resident place. So Zambezi river is the resident place. That means this hare, this rhino, hippo and some other animals used to live in near Zambezi river. So hare found these two animals. What did he do? He got an idea. He wanted to play a trick. He wanted to bring these two animals into his trick and want some pleasure. Why he was thinking so? To get some pleasure, because he was feeling bored. Hippo, although aware of his ugliness, was very proud of his strength. Now Umunla's mind was a treasure house of pranks. He hopped up to the riverbank and called, "Oh mighty one, why do you say you are so strong? Even I, with my small size and thin legs, could beat you in a tug of war." See what he said. Do you know what is a rhino and hippo? Have you ever seen? See here, this is hippo, hippopotamus. This animal is hippopotamus, and this is hare, and this is rhinoceros. Okay. Now first whom Umunla went? He went to hippo. How is hippo? Hippo is ugly. Hippo is an ugly creature. It has a big nose, very big nose. You can see here, very ugly, big nose. But he is very strong enough. So though he was ugly, hippo himself knew that he was ugly, but he was very proud of his strength. So Umunla, what did he do? He first went to hippo. And said, what did he say? He said, "Oh mighty one, why do you say you are so strong?" See how it is provoking, it is encouraging. Why do you say you are so strong? Even I with my small size and thin legs could beat you in a tug of war. See, he gave a challenge that though I am very small, hair is very small, hippo is very big in size. This hair is saying it is challenging, it is provoking, it is encouraging the hippo that though, why are you saying that you are so strong? Though I am very small with my small thin legs, I can beat you in a tug of war. So who challenged like this? Ummulla challenged hippo that he will beat him in a tug of war. Why he was doing so? Because he wants some pleasure. He wants to enjoy. He was feeling bored. That's why he wanted to bring this hippopotamus to play the tug of war. Hippo ignored Ummulla and his ridiculous boasting. What is the meaning of ridiculous? Silly. Because already he knows, Hippo knows that he is very strong and the hair is very small inside. He knows that hair can't win. So he thought it is ridiculous, very silly what he is saying, so he did not mind. But the hare kept on pestering him. Pestering means what? Annoying someone, always saying. He was saying, what, are you strong? Are you thinking that you are strong? You are not strong. I am stronger than you. Like this, it was trying to provoke. It was pestering him. It was annoying him. Who was annoying? What is the meaning of pestering? Pestering means what? Pestering means annoying someone, annoying, irritating. Annoying means irritating. So who is pestering? Ummulla was pestering Hippo that you can't play, you can't win with me, I am very strong enough, don't think that you are strong. Like this it was trying. At last Hippo replied in the hope of getting some peace and quiet. A tug of war. Alright, I will show you my little long-eared nuisance. What did it say? So Hippo was listening to all, but he got headache. So he said, okay, let me say something and shut this hare's mouth. So he said, okay, tug of war. Okay, definitely. A tug of war, alright. I will show you my little long nuisance. I will show you what is tug of war, he said. Why? Because he wanted to shut the hare's mouth. Did he want really to play tug of war? No. But he just wanted to make the Ummulla shut his mouth. That's why he said, okay, he agreed. Then what happened? So who is ready? Hippo is ready to play the tug of war. Next it went to another animal. It was in search of another animal. Ummulla danced with delight. That means it was very happy. He pointed to an old rounded mound of earth beyond the river bank. He said, see, there is an old round mound of earth. Mound of earth means a heap of earth. A heap. This is mound. Old rounded mound of earth beyond the river bank. So beyond the river bank there was a mound. He pointed that you have to reach there. I bet I could pull you out of the water over the termite hill, he taunted. So who taunted? Taunted means what? Taunted means try to make someone angry. Who is making angry here? Ummulla is making Hippo angry that I will make you to come out of the water. To come out of the water till this mountain. So he was trying to haunt him. He taunted. He was trying to provoke the hippo. Ummulla then dashed out to braid a long, strong rope. When he came back, he tied one end to Hippo's hind leg, saying, when I shout pull from behind the hill, you must pull with all your might, for I shall surely beat you. So what did he say? As soon as he found that Hippo is ready to play tug of war, Ummulla ran quickly. He fastly ran and brought a rope. What did he bring? He brought a rope. Very strong rope. Why? To pull the hippo's hind leg. So he said that I will tie your hind leg and you go and sit in the water. I will pull you right here. I will pull you from this water to here. What you have to do? You have to just pull. You pull from your side. When I call you, pull. I will say pull. I will shout pull. That time you have to do this. Okay. Then Hippo thought that Ummulla's foolish said nothing and settled down again in the water. He soon dozed off. He thought, what is this Ummulla is saying? Can he beat me? Okay, whatever he might say, let him say. He kept quiet and did not say anything, and he went inside the water. He was dozing, he was taking rest in this water. Who was inside water? Hippo was inside the water. Then Ummulla took the other end of the rope and kept round to the other side of the hill, where old Rhino was sleeping. He picked up some fierce little red ants from a nearby hole and quietly dropped them in Rhino's ear. Rhino awoke with a grunt and shook his head, trying to scratch his ears. So what did he do? First he went to Hippo and provoked him. Then he tied one leg of Hippo and went to other side, that side. See here, you can see the mound here. Other side of this mound, Hippo is there, and this side, Rhino is sleeping. So what did he do? Slowly he went and tried to, you can see the picture here. He was trying to put some ants, red ants in the Rhino's ears. So who was putting ants in the Rhino's ears? Ummulla. Ummulla was trying to keep all the red ants which were around the Rhino. Good morning. What did he say? He was silently keeping red ants in the ears of Ummulla and said, just with a very innocent voice, good morning, he said. I was just coming here to warn you of the ant's nest. Oh, I see one has crawled into your ear. May I help you remove it? So what did he say? Good morning. I am just coming here, but I saw some red ants were going inside your ear. Shall I remove it? Actually, who kept the red ants? Ummulla kept the red ants. But he is pretending, he is saying that he has just saw and he was acting that he do not know and he wants to help him. And with a great pretense of concern, he pushed the ants in further. That was most kind of you, said the unsuspecting Rhino. So Rhino thought, yes, actually the Ummulla came to help him. But what is he doing? He said, shall I help you? And what did he do? Still he was keeping some ants inside the Rhino's ears. Rhino is thinking that it is helping. But what the Ummulla is really doing? It was keeping, it was trying to keep some more ants in the Rhino's ears. When Rhino, very innocent, he do not know, he can't see his ear, what is happening inside. So what did he say? When it is, that was most kind of you, please, you are helping me, very thank you. He was saying very thanks, he was grateful to the Ummulla who was helping. But actually what he is doing, he is making trouble. He is keeping the red ant in himself. Your small feet are just right, while mine are far too large for the job. You have no idea what trouble I have with ants. And he grumbled on like cranky old people everywhere. So what did he say? Your small feet are very good to do this job. My legs are very big. You can see the picture. You can see how big the legs are. My legs are very big, so I can't do this. Because of your small legs, you can do it. Please, you are doing a very great job. You don't know how much trouble I have with this red ants. Who said this? Rhino said to Ummulla, because he was feeling very great. He was feeling thankful to Ummulla who is trying to help. But actually what is happening behind Ummulla is keeping the red ants still inside, pushing the red ants inside the ear of the Rhino. Then what Ummulla said? Well, replied the cheeky Ummulla, my feet may be small, but they are very strong. I challenge you to a tug of war. I bet I can pull you right over this anthill and into the river. So what did it say? So as soon as Rhino said that your feet is very small, your feet is very good for doing this job, Ummulla suddenly he came. He rose his voice. He said, though my legs are thin, but I challenge you that I can beat you in the tug of war. If you are ready, I bet you that I will pull you. Where is Rhino? Rhino is here. This is Rhino and here is Hippo. And there is, in between there is a mound. He said, I will pull you from here and I will take you to this river. Okay, so like this it challenge. I will pull you from here and I will drag you into the river if I can challenge you. Then what happened? Old Rhino snorted with laughter. with laughter, but at last he too was persuaded into playing Unmulla's game. In the beginning he laughed at Unmulla's words that because it is very small and it is challenging that he can drag the big rhino. Then rhino felt laughter, it laughed a lot, and then at last, however, Unmulla tried to convince. Unmulla prepared rhino also to play this game, tug of war. Then what happened? See here. So the hare tied the other end of his rope around rhino's hind leg. Then he hurried to top of the hill. He hid in a little hollow and called loudly, "Pull!" What did he do? First he tied hippo's leg here. Then the other side of the rope he tied to this rhino's leg. Here rhino, here is hippo. One of the hippo's leg is tied and another end is tied with rhino's leg. Then what did he do? Unmulla ran and hid on the top of the top knot. He hid somewhere behind the mound, and then he called pull. What did he say? He said pull. Then as soon as the sound was heard, what happened? See who pulled first? By now the ants began to bite deep inside rhino's ear, and with a bellow of pain, rhino charged off. Poor old hippo had forgotten about Unmulla. He was dozing peacefully in the pool when there was a sudden hard tug on his hind leg. Before he knew it was dragged out of the rear and halfway up the hill. When Hippo realized that what was happening, he dug his heels and gave a mighty hail, and the great tug of war started in earnest. So what happened? See, as soon as Unmulla said pull, then by the time Unmulla said pull, the red ants which were inside rhino's ear started biting rhino very deeply inside. Rhino got pain, and with a bellow of pain it cried. Rhino cried and it shouted, and what did he do? He pulled, he shook his body. Why? Because the ants were biting inside. They were biting the rhino's ear. So with pain, rhino bellowed, shouted loudly, and once he shook his body. Then what happened? Suddenly when he pulled, rhino pulled, when he shook and he turned one side, the rope which was tied to hippo's leg, it pulled hippo. Then hippo already forgot about Unmulla's challenge. He was dozing in the cool water. Suddenly he got a jerk and he was pulled. Then hippo also he got alert. What is happening? Then he understood that somebody is pulling his leg. Then hippo also tried to pull the rope. It tried very strong, and rhino also tried. So what happened here? A tug of war has started between rhino and hippo. Rhino is pulling here. Rhino is pulling and hippo is pulling. Both they don't know. And what is in the middle? There is a mound. Behind the mound, this Unmulla was enjoying the game. It was very happy. It got a great pleasure. It was laughing. It laughed and it enjoyed. So hippo and rhino don't know that who is in the other side. They thought that Unmulla is pulling. They were wondered how strong it is, how it is pulling. It is so pulling with so almighty strength. Then hippo also started to pull one side. Rhino also started to pull one side. So there was a great great war between the two animals. They were playing the tug of war very seriously. What happened next? Each of the powerful animals strained every muscle. That means they started playing. Why? Because they got pain. They are in pain. So hippo, they don't want to win the game, but they wanted to escape. Rhino wanted to get rid of the pain. That's because of the pain he was pulled, and hippo, because he was pulled suddenly, he also tried to pull. Like this, the game was started. So what happened? They went rolling, and this when Unmulla was watching this tug of war, suddenly he laughed and it fell from the mountain, and it rolled and it came down. You can see the picture here. He came down and rolled and it fell down the two animals. Then this hippo and rhino saw this Unmulla and they were surprised to see that what happened. The Unmulla is not pulling the other side. So who is pulling? Somebody else was pulling. So when they saw themselves, they wondered and they got angry on Unmulla and they started to chase Unmulla. They chased Unmulla till the Unmulla ran and hid himself in the forest. Unmulla realized that at last the game was up. So he jumped up and sped off into the bushes. He could hardly wait to tell the other animals. He wanted to tell the other animals how he had made foolish the both animals, but he did not get the chance. Why? Because the two animals got angry. Rhino and hippo, they chased Unmulla they wanted to beat that hare because that Unmulla has cheated these two animals. That's why they got angry and chased it. To this day we think, see here, what happened? He could hardly tell anybody, but nobody he did not get chance. He ran away into the forest. So the animals, hippo and rhino, felt very sad that they were made fool by the small hare. To this day, rhino thinks the little red ants are still in his ears. Some say that ants are so far down that they live in his brain. So some people say that the red ants in the story are still in the rhino's brain. And this is why rhino is so bad-tempered. So why always rhino will be bad-tempered? People say that the red ants in the story are still in the brain. That's why it is so bad-tempered. Always it is angry. As for hippo, you will find him searching the river banks at night. If you observe a hippo today also, always you will find that it will be always busy searching something. People say that hoping to find Unmulla and throw him to the hungry crocodiles. So hippo is searching from this Unmulla. The moment it will find, it wants to throw the Unmulla into the crocodile's pond. That's why hippo is searching. Always you will find that hippo will be searching in the river banks and rhino will be bad-tempered. Why? Because of this Unmulla. So this is the story about the tug of war. Have you enjoyed the story? Yes, it is very interesting story. Prepare this story well. Go